organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on tonight's Daily Iowan TV.
Hamburg is heating up during this political season.
And coughs and colds are spreading on campus, but one vaccine could protect students during flu season.
And in sports,
Iowa opens Big Ten action against Purdue, and we have the preview.
We have all this for you on tonight's episode of Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Greta Miley.
And I'm Nick Fisher.
Locals packed inside Hamburg today to spend some time with the governor and a Senate hopeful. Joni Ernst, Governor Terry Branstad, Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds, and others stopped by. Ernst is running for the U.S. Senate seat. She says,
"We've got such a great slate of candidates that are very concerned about the direction of this nation, but also that we continue to build Iowa. We have a great record of success here in the state of Iowa. We intend to continue building upon that for our children's futures."
Hamburg was just one of the stops on their campaign trail.
Some University of Iowa students created random acts of kindness on campus today. A student organization called Heart Workshop stood on the Pentecrest and gave out free hugs for all students and community members. Heart Workshop is an organization that aims to provide an environment for international and UI students to connect on a cultural level. The organization creates events to format free talking and sharing for all students. The Heart Workshop wants to lead new Chinese students to learn and understand cultural differences. Heart Workshop supports intergroup communication between Chinese students and domestic students. Their goal is to facilitate and embrace an inspiring community. The Hug campaign was a way for them to inspire random acts of kindness.
It's just random kinds of actions. A kindness, so people just show kindness to others just to make our campus much more welcoming.
They held the campaign to promote a better campus atmosphere and bridge the gap between students on campus.
Being sick is never fun, especially when it's the flu. Influenza is a respiratory virus that can easily spread. Daily Iowan TV's Selena Carr shows us one place where students can get vaccinated.
As fall begins, another season starting too, flu season. The University of Iowa Student Health and Wellness is gearing up for flu hitting campus.
We try to push really hard to make sure students think about getting vaccinated in plenty of time before they're going to travel back home for the Thanksgiving break.
Student Health now has flu vaccines available. You can get the vaccine in a form of a shot or nasal spray to prevent 4 strains of influenza.
It's called a quadrivalent vaccine, so it's got 2 A strains and 2 B strains. So really nice coverage for any flu vaccine any flu strain that might be circulating.
Associate Director of Student Health Lisa James explained if you think you have the flu this season, you want to know the symptoms.
You kind of feel like you've been hit by a truck is what they say. A really kind of a sudden onset of fever, body aches, like very, very severe body aches, headache, sore throat.
Some students are taking the steps to get the vaccine now.
We're offering flu shots today. I usually get the flu just about every year, so I figured I might as well try it so that I don't get other people sick and I'm helping myself as well.
James explained to me that college doesn't make not getting the flu any easier.
Lifestyle is very different in college, so you're under stress, your immune system is under stress, and you might be more susceptible to getting an illness. Not just flu, but especially the flu in the fall.
Getting the flu vaccine like me now can save you from flu symptoms and skipping out classes in the future. At Student Health and Wellness, Selena Carr, Daily Iowan TV.
Student Health and Wellness walk-in services for flu vaccines begin next Monday. Until then, appointments are welcome.
Still to come on Daily Iowan TV.
See something, say something. Find out what this campaign is doing on our campus.
And we've got some information that could make you hesitate before getting that new iPhone update. But first, you know, Greta, it was an absolutely gorgeous day today, and I spent as much time as I could outside.
I couldn't agree more, Nick. I actually spent a lot of time on the Pentecrest today, just taking it all in. Well, we'll now toss it over to our own Kelly O'Lean, who's standing by in the weather studio. Kelly, what can we expect this week?
Well, Greta, if you haven't already bought that new fall jacket, feel free to put that back in the closet because tomorrow morning temperatures will start off the weekend in the low 60s and it'll get up to about 75 in the afternoon with clear skies. Friday night will continue to heat up with a high of 68 degrees, and breaking down this weekend, we'll have clear skies with a high of 81 on Saturday. Wrapping up this weekend, those skies will stay clear through Sunday while temperatures drop us down to 78. Monday will start off next week with a high of 79, and you can keep those jackets tucked away for a while because Tuesday will remain in the high 70s. That's all I have for you today. Back at the desk.
And Iowa football will be back in action Saturday afternoon.
That's right, Greta. They'll be opening their Big Ten play against Purdue, and Chelsea Brown and Jalen Socek are standing by in our sports studio for this Thursday's pregame show.
That's right, guys. I will be on the road for the second straight week.
We'll take a look inside the numbers with the matchup of Iowa versus Purdue, and we'll also hear from tight end Ray Hamilton. But first, a look at a lineman that's making a name for himself.
It was the summer of Sheriff. Left tackle Brandon Sheriff grabbed the nation's attention as a physical freak.
That's right, Chelsea, but what about on the opposite side of the line?
Well, Jalen, the right tackle is fellow fifth-year senior Andrew Donnell, a guy that underwent an injury but returns to the Hawkeyes as a first-year starter. Take a look.
That was probably the toughest thing about being hurt is, you were just trying to get yourself better, and you weren't doing as much for the team. But now that I'm, back on the field, able to play, it's, it's fun being able to, push some people around with your teammates.
Donnell, along with Sheriff, arrived during the 2010 recruiting class, both as redshirted freshmen. Donnell was recruited as a 4-star prospect and was considered the 9th best player in the state of Ohio. He was listed as a second-team left tackle following spring practice in 2012. But it was the game against Penn State, the only game his parents have not attended his football career, that he suffered from a torn ACL.
When it happened, I tried to make up my mind that I just was going to, get back on the field as fast as I can, and try to recover as fast as I can.
His left-hand man, Sheriff, also left that game due to the very same injury.
It helped, having a teammate that was kind of going through the same situation as you were. Right. So, we did a lot of the rehab stuff and, tried to get back together. And I think we both kind of helped push each other through those.
Donnell was slower to recover from the tear, but that did not hurt in the 2013 season when he played reserve role, splitting time at guard while Brett Van Sloten was right tackle.
Switching around like that, I think it's a good thing to be able to be versatile and, play a different position because, ultimately, like I said, I just want to be able to help the team out in any way I can.
Finally, Donnell earning his starting right tackle position in 2014. And under Coach Kirk Ferentz, who has a long history of producing NFL-caliber offensive linemen, has a good chance hearing his name after the season is over.
Andrew Donnell's a really good player, too, and so is Austin Blythe. Those guys are pretty experienced guys. So, he's really a good player, and good tackles are really hard to find, so we're just thrilled he's playing well.
The last time Iowa produced 2 NFL tackles was the 2010 draft with Brian Balaga and Kyle Callaway. If history stands true, both Donnell and Sheriff will have a shot next winter at the draft, and Donnell will surely be another guy to play a major part in every possible Hawkeye victory.
And speaking of victories, Chelsea, the Hawks will open Big Ten action this Saturday at Purdue, and football reporter Whitney Blakemore takes you inside the numbers, comparing the odds between the two teams.
Last year against Purdue, the Hawkeyes were able to secure a trip to a bowl game by rushing over 318 yards and defeating the Boilermakers 38-14. Iowa earned the W in their last 2 road trips to West Lafayette and have won 6 out of the last 8 meetings. So numbers seem to be on the visitors' side. But this year, Kirk Ferentz says Purdue is different.
Travel on the road here for 2 in a row and get ready for a team that's, from my vantage point, much improved. And it's going to be a big challenge for us. They've got a team that looks a lot more comfortable.
Purdue is making progress, already winning twice, which is once more than last season. And they are out for blood as a win on Saturday would be the first Big Ten victory for their head coach, Daryl Hazel.
Well, it comes down, it's a Big Ten game. And, anything can happen in conference. And, everyone has the same goal. Everyone wants a Big Ten championship. So you never know what can happen in those in-conference games.
Iowa and Purdue have 2 of the top receiving tight ends in the conference. Purdue's Justin Sins leads all conference tight ends with 16 catches, and Iowa's Jake Doozy has 12 catches, making him number 2 among the Big Ten tight ends. Overall, Iowa seems to take the cake in many categories, having a significantly lower rushing defense. But Purdue's rushing yards and scoring average outnumbers the Hawks. Whitney Blakemore, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Thanks, Whitney. And Purdue actually holding the advantage in this series, 46-35.
15 different Hawkeyes have been successfully targeted. One of those offensive weapons includes tight end Ray Hamilton, and Whitney caught up with Hamilton earlier this week.
Hey guys, it's Whitney Blakemore here with tight end Ray Hamilton. And Ray, Iowa has converted 6 fourth down attempts, more than any other Big Ten team, but Purdue's defense has not allowed fourth down conversions in 4 attempts. So how do you deal with a team like that?
Yeah, Purdue's a good football team. They're improving every week. We've done a good job with our fourth downs when we needed it. And we just need to continue to work on that as a team, and those big 3rd and 4th downs for us, which are bigger, with keeping the chains alive and us putting points on the board ultimately. We just need to go out there and individually with the 11 on offense do our job, and collectively as an offense with the 11 we got out there do our job, and just continue to push forward as a group and continue to be successful on those 3rd and 4th downs.
15 Hawkeyes have caught at least 1 pass so far this season. So what do you do as a team to be that diverse and versatile?
Yeah, everybody's just got to be ready whenever, you never know whose number's going to be called. Every Saturday we go out there. So, I think that keeps a lot of guys excited because they don't know who's going to get the ball and get their opportunity. And, it kind of keeps everybody fresh and ready to go. You never know, like you said, when your number's going to be called. So whoever they throw the ball to, then that's who's got to go get it and make a play for our offense.
Perfect. And this is the 2nd time in school history Iowa has opened up the season with 4 games decided by 1 possession. So how does that feel being on the field and being on this team and having those close of games?
Yeah, we know that we're going to be in some close games, and we've played some good opponents so far, and we will continue to play good opponents throughout the season. So close games are, it's a big part of what we do, and we take great pride in that. And throughout the whole off season, we condition and we try to train ourselves to be better than anybody else when it comes to those crunch time in the late games. And it's a big thing. I take a lot of pride in around here is trying to get a hold of those games late and making sure that we're the ones that come out on top.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and guys, back to you at the studio.
Thanks again for that, Whitney.
Unfortunately, that'll do it for us here in the sports studio tonight, but don't forget to pick up a print copy of pregame in tomorrow's edition of the Daily Iowan.
And you can get all your updates during Saturday's game on our blog at dailyiowansports.com.
Greta, Nick, back to you at the desk.
Iowa City Police are running along with national campaign to report any suspicious or violent activity on campus. Katie Stites takes a closer look.
If University of Iowa students see something suspicious on campus, they are now encouraged to report it to the University of Iowa Police Department. The UIPD is now part of a national campaign called See Something, Say Something.
The awareness campaign comes from Homeland Security, and Iowa is one of some universities across the country that are implementing it on campus.
Universities in general draw a lot of attention, and obviously we house a large population, and so our responsibility is to keep the university as safe as possible.
UIPD suggests reporting not just things that are alarming, such as someone breaking into a building, but also potential risks, such as a backpack or a package in an unsuspected place.
You may have a person in the hallway talking about, I want to go do harm to such and such a professor, shall we say. And we encourage people to call us on that and not dismiss it like, it's just, we need to follow up and investigate and look into that.
One student says that with the rise of violence on college campuses, she would be more likely to report something suspicious.
I think that knowing more that there's been violence around here, I would report it just to be safe, even though it's nothing. But yeah, I would do something about it.
Right now, See Something, Say Something is a digital campaign, but the department is working to make it more visible. Reporting from Iowa City, this is Katie Stites for Daily Iowan TV.
For more information, UIPD encourages students to visit their website at police.uiowa.edu.
The newest Apple iPhone update has some people asking why they even downloaded it at all. And now the company is seeing a reflection of that disappointment. Apple's stock fell more than 3% today. The iOS 8 update deleted some people's photos and music after they downloaded it. Others complained that they lost cellular service and the ability to use the touchscreen after the update. Apple is now asking people to re-download the update and get rid of any bugs.
That'll do it for tonight's show. You can catch up with us the same time Sunday or look us up anytime online at dailyiowan.com. I'm Nick Fisher.
And I'm Greta Miley. Thanks for watching and have a great night.